It was my birthday, and right when I was about to cut the cake, my husband's sister Olivia interrupted and said, "You don't deserve to be the center of attention." My husband, Ryan, just shrugged. "She's just joking," he said. I smiled. "Well then," I replied, "she's going to love my joke too." She didn't. Her face turned pale real quick. I'm 34, and I've been married to Ryan, who's 36, for 8 years. We live in Chicago, and for a long time, I thought our marriage was solid, not perfect, but I was happy, or so I thought. The only real issue was his sister, Olivia, who's 38. Olivia always had to be the star. If I had good news, she had better news. If I got something new, she had to get something fancier. If I achieved something, she'd find a way to make it seem small. At first, I didn't worry too much. Some people are just like that, but over time, it got worse. At our wedding, she announced her own engagement. That relationship didn't last. When I got promoted at work, she hijacked the dinner by saying she might go back to school, which she never did. Every time I brought it up, Ryan brushed it off. "That's just how Olivia is," he'd say. "She jokes." But it got too far. Last month, we threw a small birthday dinner for me. I'd had a hard year, so Ryan suggested keeping it simple. I liked the idea and was genuinely happy. Everything was going great, until Olivia struck again. Right as I was about to cut the cake, she stood up and said, "Isn't it funny how we're making such a big deal about turning 34? That's not exactly impressive." Everyone chuckled awkwardly. Then she added, "But you know what is impressive? Creating life. I'm pregnant." People gasped and congratulated her. I just stood there, holding the cake knife. "Ryan?" He shrugged. "She's just joking." That was it. My birthday was now about her, again. But I didn't get mad. Not really, I just smiled, because I knew something she didn't. 3 weeks before, Ryan had left his laptop open. I wasn't snooping, but I saw an email pop up. A bank transfer, $500 sent to Olivia. I thought it was weird, so I looked into it. What I found made me sick. There were bank transfers every month for a year, thousands of dollars, and texts between Ryan and Olivia, including, "Olivia, what if she finds out?" "Ryan, we'll just say the baby isn't mine." "Olivia, she won't. Just don't say anything." That's when I realized, Olivia wasn't just annoying, she was sleeping with my husband, and the baby, his. I didn't cry, I just sat there, shocked. Then I got up and walked out of the house. After wandering around for a while, I made a decision. I wasn't going to scream, I wasn't going to beg. I was going to destroy them. So I hired a private investigator. He got me everything: photos, messages, receipts, hotel visits, dates, gifts, a full weekend getaway. I printed it all and put it in a folder. Then I waited. I waited for Olivia to do what she always does, steal the spotlight. And when she did, at my birthday party, I made my move. I raised my glass and said, "Wow, Olivia, a baby? That's amazing, especially since the father is already married." Dead silence. Her smile vanished. Ryan turned ghost white. Then I pulled out my phone and played a recording. The room exploded. Olivia gasped. Ryan stuttered. His mom looked like she was going to faint. And I just stood there, calm, in control. For once, I had the spotlight. Ryan tried to act confused. Olivia called me crazy. I didn't flinch. I pulled out the folder and dropped it on the table. "If I'm lying," I said, "go ahead and look." People gathered around. My best friend Rachel opened it and gasped. "Oh my God." Ryan tried to grab it, but Rachel stopped him. "Sit down," she said, and he actually did. Rachel started reading. Hotel receipts, transfers, texts. The room went dead silent again, but this time it wasn't shock, it was disgust. Ryan's mom pulled her hand off Olivia like she'd touched something dirty. "Tell me this isn't true," she whispered. Olivia couldn't say a word. Ryan looked at me and shouted, "Why would you do this?" I laughed. "Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan, was I supposed to let you keep sleeping with your sister?" More gasps, a glass dropped. Ryan turned red. "Lower your voice," he hissed. Olivia finally spoke. "You don't understand, Ryan and I." She stopped herself. She knew she'd said too much. Then she ran. She shoved through the crowd and bolted out the door. Ryan ran after her. I turned to the room. "So, cake, anyone?" Nervous laughs. Rachel clapped me on the back. Ryan's mom started crying. She collapsed into a chair, sobbing. "Oh my God." Rachel patted her. "Need water, or maybe a therapist?" Ryan's dad, who'd been quiet, stood up, grabbed his coat, and said, "I'm going to kill him." He meant it. I followed him outside just in time to hear Olivia yelling. "You idiot, how did you let her find out?" Ryan was pacing. "She must have been snooping." I stepped forward. "Nope, you just left your laptop open, genius." They turned to me, shocked. "And Ryan's dad?" He didn't say a word. He just punched Ryan, hard. Ryan dropped to the ground, blood everywhere. It was beautiful. After that, everything went crazy. Olivia screamed, Ryan groaned, neighbors called the police, and 2 cop cars showed up. One officer asked what happened. Ryan, still on the ground. "My dad hit me." "Richard his dad?" "Yep." The cop blinked. "Why?" I stepped in. "Because my husband was sleeping with his own sister." The officer looked like he might throw up. Jesus Christ. Olivia started crying fake tears. "It's not what it looks like." One cop just sighed. "I don't even know what's going on," Ryan said, his shirt covered in blood. Just get me out of here." The police looked at him, then at Richard, and sighed. "Sir, we'll have to arrest you for hitting him." Richard didn't argue, he just nodded, but before they could put handcuffs on him, Linda came running outside, crying hard. "Please don't arrest him," she begged, barely able to stand. Rachel had to hold her up. One of the officers, clearly tired of the situation, said, "If Ryan doesn't press charges, we can just let it go." Ryan, still on the ground, mumbled, "I just want to go home." The officer turned to Richard. "Is that okay with you?" Richard shrugged. "I already wasted a punch on this loser. That's enough." So the police left. Ryan and Olivia got into Ryan's car and drove off. And me? I walked back inside, picked up the cake knife, and served myself the biggest slice I could, because the best part? This wasn't over yet. The night should have ended there. I should have felt satisfied after exposing them, but something didn't feel right. Ryan and Olivia had left too quietly. No yelling, no lies, no blaming, just a fast escape. That wasn't like them. Ryan always needed the last word, and Olivia? She lived for drama, but tonight, she just walked out. That worried me. And I was right to be worried. The next morning, I woke up to over 50 missed calls and a dozen messages. At first, I thought it was about the party, but then I saw a message from my boss. "Call me ASAP, we need to talk." My heart dropped. I called right away. "Hey, is everything okay?" I asked. His voice was cold. "We got an email about you this morning. Actually, several emails." "What?" I asked, panicking. "Someone sent HR a bunch of stuff, screenshots, photos, accusations." "What kind of accusations?" He paused. "Sexual harassment, embezzlement, bullying." They even included a fake statement from a former coworker. I felt like I couldn't breathe. "That's not true. That's insane." "I believe you," he said, "but we have to follow protocol. You're on leave while we investigate." My hands were shaking. Who would do this? Then it hit me. Olivia. Of course it was her. She wasn't trying to win, she just wanted me to suffer. But she wasn't the only one who could play dirty. That afternoon, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I almost ignored it, but I picked up. "Hello?" A quiet voice. "Is this your name?" "Yes, who's this?" "My name is Melanie. I used to be Olivia's best friend. We need to talk." "What about?" She took a deep breath. "I know everything about Olivia and Ryan." I met Melanie that evening. She looked exhausted, like life had worn her down, but she didn't waste time. "Olivia is toxic," she said, "and I know what she did to you, but trust me, she's done worse." "Like what?" She told me everything. Olivia once got a friend fired by planting drugs in her car and calling the police. The friend lost her job. Another time, she faked having a stalker and blamed an ex. She even tried to blackmail her own mom. Then came the biggest shock. "This isn't the first time she's done this," Melanie said. "What do you mean?" 3 years ago, she had an affair with another married man. When his wife found out, Olivia made up lies about her, just like she's doing to you. What happened to that woman? She lost everything, her job, her reputation. She moved away. Olivia won. I felt sick. "Why are you helping me?" Melanie looked me in the eyes. Because Olivia finally screwed me over too. And now, I want her to burn. I went home, shaking with anger, but focused. This wasn't just about me anymore. Olivia was dangerous. She had to be stopped. So I called the private investigator. I want everything you can find on Olivia, I told him. All of it. You got it, he said. Then I called Richard, Ryan's dad. Richard, I said calmly, want to help me bring down Ryan and Olivia? He didn't hesitate. Tell me what to do. After that, everything moved fast. The PI found legal records, past scams, and proof that Olivia had been sued before for lying about people. Melanie helped too. She reached out to Olivia's old friend, the one Olivia tried to frame with drugs. That woman agreed to talk, and when I heard her full story, I knew what I had to do. It was time to end this. We set up a trap. Richard convinced Linda, Ryan and Olivia's mom, to host a family meeting at her house. We made it sound like a way to talk things through and make peace. Ryan and Olivia agreed to come. They had no idea what was waiting for them. That night, the air was tense. Ryan and Olivia walked in, pretending everything was fine. Olivia wore her usual smug smile, like she still thought she could talk her way out of anything. She was wrong. Olivia had no idea she was walking straight into a trap. Richard sat at the head of the table, looking angry. Linda looked exhausted, with red eyes from crying. Rachel and Melanie sat beside me, ready to support me, and across from us were Olivia and Ryan. The storm was about to hit. Richard started, we need to talk about what you two have done. Ryan sighed, Dad, come on, this is ridiculous. Olivia crossed her arms, what do you want from me? I leaned in, we want the truth. Olivia scoffed, you already know the truth. Ryan and I are together, you need to get over it. I smiled, oh, Olivia. I wasn't talking about that truth. Then I pulled out a stack of papers and put them on the table. This, I said, flipping through them, proves you've been framing people, ruining lives, and destroying reputations for years. Everyone here is about to hear who you really are. Olivia's smug face dropped. What is this? This is, she snapped, her voice getting high and shrill. I turned to Melanie, tell them. Melanie took a deep breath and looked right at Olivia. You framed me for drug possession, Olivia. You planted drugs in my car because I started dating your ex, and you wanted to ruin my life. Linda gasped. Olivia froze. Melanie went on. Then there was Leah. You accused her of harassment at work. She lost everything because of you. Olivia's hands started shaking. That's not true, she shouted. I slammed down the last paper, then explained this. It was a police report from when Olivia was 18. She had falsely accused a teacher of inappropriate behavior because he gave her a bad grade. Richard jumped up, his chair scraping the floor. You did what? Olivia's face went pale. It's not. She turned to Ryan. Ryan, say something. Ryan opened his mouth, but no sound came out. He looked at the papers, then at Olivia, and for the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. You did this? He whispered. Olivia's panic exploded. So what? She screamed. So what if I did? I survived. They deserved it. That was it. Olivia had sealed her fate. Ryan stepped back like he'd been slapped. His face went white. Oh my God, he whispered. I believed you. He ran his hands through his hair, shaking his head. I ruined my life for you. Olivia's eyes widened. Ryan, no. You love me. You said we were in this together. Ryan took a step back. No. You used me. You used everyone. I ruined my marriage for you. Olivia lunged at him, grabbing his arms. Ryan, please. But Ryan pushed her off like she was poison. Stay away from me, he whispered. Then he turned to me. I am so sorry. It should have made me feel better, it didn't. You don't get to be sorry, I said. He looked down, broken, defeated. I have nothing left, he whispered. And I didn't feel bad. Not at all. The fallout was fast and harsh. Ryan's family cut ties with both of them. Richard kicked Ryan out, and Linda refused to speak to them again. Olivia lost everything. The people she had hurt came forward and filed lawsuits against her. She was officially an outcast. Ryan disappeared. Last I heard, he was living in a cheap motel, unemployed, friendless, full of regret. I got my job back. HR realized the accusations against me were false and even gave me a promotion as an apology. And me? I moved on. I took a solo trip to Italy. I reconnected with old friends. And most importantly, I never looked back.